Hi, this is Craig Malsam with the School Community Relations class and the Understanding the Community project. I'm going to be talking about the town of Waukeeny, Kansas and Trigo Community Schools. Waukeeny was established in 1879. It's a rural community, mostly white. The population is older and our population is decreasing, which is obviously having a negative effect on our schools as well. We have two buildings. We have a K-8 building, Waukeeny Grade School, and then also a 9 through 12 building, Trigo Community High School. Our state classification is 2A, and the mascot is the Golden Eagles. Some of the traditions that we have are Senior to Senior Day, which is our senior class every spring goes out into the community and does projects for the older residents of the community. Just try to give back to them before they graduate. Then we also have a Community Appreciation Day every fall, and that's kind of fun. We just get together in different groups of kids and we try to group them together with kids that they normally wouldn't be hanging out with, and we go out in the community and do service projects for that day as well. And then also just the homecoming traditions with class floats and a parade that we do every Friday before the football game and things like that. Our population, there's only about 1,900 people, 83.6 males for every female, ethnicity 97.1% white, and then obviously below that the numbers get very low. Some of the occupations of the people in our community, we've got a lot of farmers, very ag-based community. And if you're not a farmer, most people are in education or healthcare, and then several self-employed people with the construction trades and things like that. Communication channels. Our school has a website. They do a pretty decent job of keeping things updated. Radio. We've got Eagle Radio out of Hayes. They've got several radio stations and able to keep up on some of the local news that way. Television, we've got a local cable channel. Not everybody gets it though, and therefore that makes it not a real good way to stay up to date on what's going on, because you have to be subscribed through one cable company, and then if you're subscribed through the other cable company, you don't get that channel, or if you have satellite, you don't get it either. Local news, we have comes out of Wichita. We have short segments that come out of Hayes as well. Newspapers, we've got the Western Kansas World, which is based out of Waukeeny. They do a good job of putting in stuff that comes off the school website. So if you aren't, for some of our older citizens, they can see it in the newspaper instead of having to try to get on the internet. We also, majority of the people are going to be subscribed to the Hayes Daily News, and they do a good job of covering the area around them, not just Hayes, but so they'll cover some of our events as well. Known community groups, we've got a few, not a lot. It'd sure be nice to see some more service organizations in our town. We've got Lions Club, Kiwanis Club, PEO, which is just a women's group that they do several different service projects throughout the community. We've got numerous sororities and church groups. School organizations, we've got the Booster Club, and then parent teacher organization, and then some service organization clubs like K's and T Club and things like that, and they do a pretty good job of trying to do good things in the community. As far as our leadership, we've got mayor, 5 city council members, and then 3 county commissioners. Just like any small town, that all gets pretty political, but for the most part they seem to do a pretty good job. In our school, we have a superintendent, we have a principal at each building, and then also the 7 school board members. The influence mainly comes from parents and community members that are not necessarily related to social status. Seems more often than not it's just people who are willing to speak their mind and That's not always the best way to have decisions influenced, but that seems to be the way that it works. Our community leaders, with our commissioners and council members and things like that, are fairly accessible. They all seem to have strong roots in the community, which I think is important, so they, for the most part, have the best interest of everyone in mind. But there again, a lot of times that's political, and you have personal connections and things like that that get in the way. But for the most part, they do a pretty good job. Our school leaders, we seem to have a pretty high turnover rate with our superintendent. Our current superintendent seems to be doing a really good job. Our grade school principal has been here going on, probably 10 years now, and he does a good job as well. High school principal's just been here a couple of years, and that will probably continue to turn over in the near future. Our school leaders, our superintendent's very accessible to the community, tries hard to get information out, and it seems hard sometimes for our leaders in our schools to be able to express their ideas or take action, because there again it's all very political, just like most small towns seem to be. Political structure. The politics have a strong influence on our school in decisions that are made. Certain groups of people, families, things like that, seem to always have a lot of say in what's going on. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Just very political. Our school has an operating budget of $2.9 million last year, and we have had many cuts made in our schools due to the declining population and funding. Last year we lost foreign language, band, and home ec, and that's very hard to see happen, because I think those are all very important parts of a school and good opportunities for our kids to have to explore different options. So hopefully we will be able to get some of those things back in the near future, but it doesn't seem to be very high on anybody's radar. We have very little diversity in our community or in our school. For the most part, it's mainly white, and doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. No, we don't have any gang activity. Cliques are just formed through social groups and religion, and discrimination that would exist would probably be among religions, though not many of them would want to admit that, but there seems to be a lot of bickering back and forth amongst our churches, and that's too bad because we don't have enough people to have as many churches as we do. So it would be great if people could just figure out how to get along and put their differences aside, but I don't know that that's going to happen. That pretty well sums up what I have on my presentation, and I will end it here. Thank you.